Hello everyone, here is French Mirage. I hope you're doing well. Today we are reviewing the two last IAL boats to complete Age of the Prime Surperion, Skydive and Fireflight. Let's begin with Fireflight. First of all, we can notice the difference of situation from the wings compared to Slingshot, his mold-mate. It gives Fireflight a better look than Slingshot, who has a giant wings hanging on the back of his legs. Personally, I prefer folding them forward to get the leg more compact. Regarding the nose cone, I appreciate the attention to detail from Hasbro, who replicates the gun nozzle. The head is great, and the paint really makes the figure stand out, especially with the difference of textures. It looks like a Santa collaborative product, but it's great. The transformation is exactly the same as Slingshot. All the joints and connections are very good. In jet mode, we can see the preference to cartoon accuracy rather than realism. However, I appreciate the molding of the splitter plates even if the air intakes remained the same as Slingshot. For splitting the jet in arm mode, you have to understand that there must be not even space for a sheet of paper between the frame and the jet. Now Skydive. He looks better with the nose cone in lower position because it's really big. It is the same excellent mold as Air Raid. The head sculpt is stunning. The color scheme works incredibly well with the textures. The wings are on the tended point stiffer than Air Raid. No surprises for transformation, but at the end it's very difficult to recognize an F-16. The big nose cone in particular looks like the French jet Vautour rather than the sharpened F-16 one. We also have two jet engines instead of one. Otherwise, we still have the feet breaking the silhouettes and the nose wheel for landing gear. Getting to limb mode is quick. And this time the folded wings are making a V, so they can collide with the air-raid ones depending on Surperion pose. Surperion reaches perfection in quality, paint, articulations, and head sculpt. Air-raid head sculpt is excellent, and quality and posability are the same as Skydive. Slingshot works better with his wings folded forward. His head sculpt is accurate, but his color scheme is bland. As far as Silverboat goes, quality and engineering are very good. However, the proportions in robot mode are very clumsy. Besides, as usual, he has a huge backpack. The good thing is that you can store his gun without problem. The jet mode is clearly sacrificed, with not even the windows level with the cockpit. Why? At least, the landing gear solution is quite clever. What is great is how Hasbro managed to compress and combine all the additional structure into a smaller pack perfectly integrated into a kind of Space Concord mode, slightly reminiscent of the Ark. I appreciate the attention to the different locking mechanisms, allowing a secure connection. The storage from Silverbolt's weapon looks better if you rotate the gun 180 degrees. It is nice to see the whole team. For alternate storage, you can totally use the extra ports on the undercarriage from Skydive or Air Raid, or at least for additional weaponry. If you want to change the shape from the cable under the Skydive and Air Raid jet mode, you can unfold the feet to mimic some load like a fuel tank or bomb. Fireflight and Slingshot have also an extra capacity to carry weaponry. Complete Surperion weighs 1 kg and can be unstable in some dynamic poses, but you can extend some extra heels to solve the problem. Weapon storage is limited on lower legs, but it's worse for the arms, so I use those screw holes. It can be difficult to disconnect the arms. Hopefully there is a trick. Hold Silverbolt foot and twist the connector outside while pulling up. Surperion rifle has 2 tabs in order to be stored in his back. You can also store the 2 parts separately. To conclude, I would say that Skydive and Fireflight are my favorite of the 5. I think that the concept of the robot frame is good since you assume part forming. It allows to get both accurate jets and the Surperion that you could only have using your imagination when you were a child, and Hasbro managed this magic trick with one compact jet additional part. Well done! Now, I really regret the lack of accuracy from the jets, which look like a 10 years kid drew them on a paper sheet. I'm also very concerned by the rising prices, and I'm going to be very selective in my future purchases. I hope you enjoyed this review. Take care. Bye bye.